Big John. Big John.
Well, good morning. Good Sunday morning. About 4:10 now. We got Bertha up. I washed the windows real quick. Nut and bolt checked. Shot some grease in the old girl. Filled her almost full of fuel. Yeah. Guess I gotta make a couple phone calls. Get some fuel on the way. Tomorrow. Well, we got plenty for now. Yeah, we're at 3/4 of a tank. I knew it was getting low. And Dad has fuel at his house too. When I get done with this field out here, that's where I'll be going over to Dad's and get that field there. And he's got fuel at his house, so we'll be all right. But anyway, let's ooh. Doing a very good job on that window. We got 1/100th of an inch of rain overnight. Ouch. Still there? Boy, you're a mess. Hang on. I really need to check that before I turn you guys on. There we go. Anyway, we're going to go and incorporate some manure. Been running. She's in the green temperature wise. What are we at? Coolant temperature 141 degrees. Alrighty. So I got to change fields and stuff in here. Select field. Select one. Inline ripper. Dry wheat. Yes. Accept. Alright. Swath select. Map. I have one that's really crooked? No, I do not. So we are going to make a new warm in here. Unhook that. Unlock that. I always lock the controls when I drive down the road because they're here, and if you hit the wrong one, it makes for a bad day. So we need to go at an angle, and we're going to go about like this. So we need to swath. Much of an angle. Let's go about like that. There we go. Heading. Mark A. Set to current. Want to change to this one? Yes. Neat thing about this, pulling a hitch implement, you throw it in reverse and back up and it stays right on the line. So, this ground is hard. I've been waiting for some more of the rain, but I ain't got time to wait no more. We gotta get this manure incorporated. 4-wheel drive, diff lock. go. Dial it up a little bit. We're not quite that deep. So give her a gear. Throttle back. 1900. Okay, can you guys see what it's doing? Hopefully. Of course, then we get into some weedy stuff, but she heaves the ground, fractures it down about 12 to 14 inches. So, yep, that's what we're going to do for the next couple hours. Well, that last one didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. I set the camera out there. I got a pair of channel locks, so I throwed them out there and stuck a magnet to a pair of channel locks. Because the last 4 rounds prior to that, I actually got stopped, spinning all 8 tires. Pick the tool up, the front end of the tractor comes off the ground, and she walks forward a little bit, keeps pawing and pawing and pawing. So I said, all right, I'm going to try and get that in video. Well, it pawed, but the front end never come up. And I don't know how well it'll work neither, because all the tall grass around the camera. But anyway, I tried. We'll see what it looks like. I'm trying to go real close to the edges here, and I'm actually in the buffer strip turning around, because I want to get as much of the field as possible ripped at an angle like this. So I've been backing into the corners, backing in and setting things back down. It's just taking a while longer, but I want to get these ends up against the edges of the field done. I think I'm just about to the point where I'm going to pick her up and back up rather than turn around. It's just into this corner here. Yeah, there's been some really tight spots here. We're in one right now. Believe it or not, I'm surprised, but there is actually a little bit of moisture down there when I'm bringing up chunks that are, 6-8 inches deep that actually flip over. There is a little bit of moisture down there. Of course, this has got a good cover on it, even though it's weeds and weed stubble. It's crusted in really hard, so the moisture's been held in there. So now we're going to get to this end, and it's going to spin out on me because I don't have the camera set up there. No, she's going to pull it up. Come on. Come on. There we are. No, we're still moving. Anyway, pick the tool up, try to pick the tool up a little bit, and then set it right back down in. And yeah, so we're gonna, oh, that wasn't very good. But yeah, we're just gonna start backing down here into this corner and just keep going one way. It's a nasty shift from second to third in reverse. And there's a fourth on there too, but I'm almost afraid to hit that. Guidance on, set her down. Come on, baby. So yeah, we're done here, and I forgot to reset my calendar, but if I remember correct, it was 44 acres over there at Woodville, and I'm at 55, so I got 11 acres of this done. So there's about three and a half more acres on the other corner, opposite end. So we'll get this little corner done, and we can rip this headland and the headlands along that end of the field, and then go back over there and finish that. Better, I might just do it all and then just go around the field 2 or 3 times, the whole thing. That's probably what I'll do. Come on, baby. I never weighed this tractor, but it's got 500-pound wheel weights inside of each back wheel. I got 1,000 pounds of weight hanging on the front, duals on the front. There's no fluid in any of the tires. I didn't want that. Come on, baby. Headlands are always the worst. I need to have somebody come out here and calibrate this transmission for me. She needs a transmission calibration. There's a way to do it, but I'm not sure how. It's all done through the stack on the A-pillar through the keypad. Yeah, she's coming up in chunks in places. There's moisture there, but it's hard. It is hard, and that's why there's still moisture there, because this is so hard, so compacted. I mean, we're on the headlands here, and I did have a couple of trucks come in and dump stone there, and then the manure pile was over there. Trucks looped around here, but these headlands are tight, and It's dry. I mean, look at these cracks. Stick my finger right down in there. But she's shattering it up. That's the good thing. But I tell you what, you get to the end of the thing and you get out to do something, you can't put your hand on them points. You can't set your hand on them points. It's too hot to put your hand on it. It'll literally burn you. Granddaughter Nova had a volleyball game today. It was up in Port Clinton, so I didn't go. Tammy took my truck. I just got thinking I should go get my drone. Oh, I can't. It's not very windy out. It would have been a great day to fly the drone, but it's in my truck, so we're stuck with this. All done with the field, going back and forth across this headland a few times where the truck parked, where the trucks dumped all that manure and stuff. I broke a shear bolt, so we'll back her up. Release them right here by the barn. So we'll back up here in the barn and get a sledgehammer, beat that back down in there, and get her fixed. These bottom bolts here, these are shear bolt, this is a pivot bolt. So I hit something, big rock down in there or something like that, broke that bolt, tripped this back. So now you gotta take a sledgehammer, beat it back into place, put a fresh bolt in her, tighten her down, and a couple more passes and we'll be done. All right, well, just got back out here, neighbor stopped by. I shut the camera off. I just went through that spot a couple different times, a couple inches apart from each other, and it didn't roll out. The last time I crossed, the shank moved a little bit, but it's down there low enough we're not going to worry about it this year. Maybe in a couple years, well, let's see. Corn, beans, wheat, who knows? It might be 3 or 4 years before this gets inline ripped again. 2 years maybe, could be 3. But there's a few of them out here I got to pick up. Yeah, that's going to be about it for this one. I'm going to go down here, turn around and go back that way, and we're going to call it good. Yeah, I might do 2 passes. I might do 3 passes down back, get out there, get across that again where they dumped all that manure and all them trucks were in and out. Make sure I get it across that good. So, all right, parked the tractor, went up and let the dogs out. Walking back out here, and Tammy got home. So the girls had a really good series of games today, and Nova's playing better and better all the time. Getting a little more aggressive and going after the ball. Was it 5th grade? I think it's 5th grade, maybe 6th. I don't know. So they're little girls, but they're starting to gel as a team. It sounds like. So that's good. But anyway. Tomorrow I'll have to call and get fuel on the way. And yeah, head over to Dad's if it doesn't rain. They're calling for rain for like 4 days. Well, it sprinkled on me when I was out there, and that was it. It really wasn't even a sprinkle. It was about a dozen big drops hit the window, and that was it. It wasn't even enough to turn the wipers on for. But anyway, we are supposed to get rain for, like I said, today's Sunday and all the way through Wednesday. Hopefully we do. If it doesn't rain overnight, I might take the tractor and head to Dad's. There's 20 acres of wheat stubble there. Most of it is sand hills, but down in between the sand hills, it's pretty hard. So if it doesn't rain, that'll be tomorrow's adventure. Tuesday morning, Ruckus goes to the vet to get his nails trimmed. Shots, yearly checkup. Wednesday, this goes to Finley for its first service. We'll do a video on that one of these days. Yeah. Thursday and Friday, I don't know. Probably work ground. But anyway, I'm gonna go in and relax for a couple hours before work. Maybe try and take a nap. And we'll see you then. Thanks for watching.